Hey guys, good evening and welcome to the class. So, as usual, let's quickly check if I am audible to all of you. Okay, that's great. I'm posting in the chat box also. Let me post it to everyone. One second. All right, then. So, in the last class, we talked about the acquisition reports and we discussed how to link analytics and AdWords and what are the advantages of linking analytics and AdWords. Why you should not use UTM parameters for AdWords campaigns, right? UTM parameters are for non-AdWords campaign, all that we talked about, and linking analytics and Search Console for search engine optimization reports. So all that we did in the last class, yes, we revisited source and medium and all that. And today we'll cover the behavior reports and the queries related to the assignments. Okay. Do you have queries related to the assignment? I would like to take the queries first before we continue with our uh, today's agenda of behavior reports. Tell me if you have any queries. Umang, you have queries related to assignments? If we can check assignments? No, no. What do you mean by check assignments? You want me to go through the entire assignment? All the questions one by one? No, no. No, that's not possible at all. You just post what is your doubt wherever you are not clear. Because, see, if we do that, so we'll be spending time going through the entire assignment only. Okay. So that is difficult. I mean, going through the entire assignment, you just post your questions. If you are not sure about any question, or are you sure? Are you not sure about any question? What is that? Tell me. You're not sure about any question. Did I explain that bad? Only week one part. Okay, I was wondering. I explained that bad. Okay, so no problems. We will do that uh, whenever you say. But I'll prefer if you do it right now. Uh, Objective: increase website reach by bringing new registration. Okay, increase user engagement with website. All right, increase sales of product via promotion. Okay. Mm-hmm. This will be difficult to understand. See, uh, the objective is to increase website reach by bringing new registration. By bringing new registration uh, or subscription or lead generation, increase user engagement with the website. Yeah. And increase website visitor built by easy to access website, create attractive offers. Okay. Build helpful blogs to attract customer, develop. It's a table. Okay. You have issue with the, okay, not a problem. Then let's do one thing. Let me log on to it. One second. Just give me a second. Let me log on. What exactly your problem is? Let me see that. Umang, share that link. share that link. Ambika, share the link. So we talked about what is a goal, what is an objective, what are the KPIs. Yeah. Okay. You can take any organization. You can take any organization. It can be a fictitious organization. That's not a problem. See, any organization. That's not a problem. You just need to think about it. You just need to write down what your business objective is and how you are going to measure that, and what your KPIs are. What you have written that you can share with me. Build helpful blogs to track. Okay. It's a table as you said, right? One second. Yeah, mail me. That's okay. You can mail me. That's okay. Or let's do one thing. You just mail me, and we continue with this. Okay. So we'll do this at the end. So those who have queries, they can stay in the session. Will that be okay? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's do this first, okay? And let's do this. Let's cover quickly our behavior report section. Okay. So We'll understand how the key metrics in the behavior reports are calculated, and we'll see how uh, to use behavior reports to find optimization opportunities. So this is a very very interesting uh, section. Another very interesting section. So you reach behavior by the left navigation, behavior and site content, all pages. This report, and I will be choosing a period which is entire 2016. Okay, because I need to show you some data which is uh, very helpful in understanding these reports and the matrix of these reports. Really great. So let's see. So I've selected entire 2016, and you can see in this report uh, that this page. Okay. So first of all, this all pages report is shown as per the URL of your web pages. Okay, and if you want to see this instead of the URL page title wise, you can switch to page title. So it's one and the same thing. I mean, the only difference is here you are seeing the page title instead of the URL. So whatever works for you. If you are more comfortable with titles, so you can change your primary title and you can select page title. Okay, so for this example, I will stick to this URL. So this page was viewed 102,520 times. You can see that, right? And this is the period entire January 2016. And this is the most viewed page, you can say, and it was viewed 37,985 times, okay, uniquely. So it means many people viewed this page more than once in a session. So that is what the difference of page views and unique page views. People spend average 21 second on this page and 24 second on this page, second page. So this is the second best or the most viewed page. It was viewed 97,513 times. You can see that, and 46,000 plus uniquely. So this is the most uniquely viewed page. You can see this one. So if you try to understand, most people are reading this content again and again. Yeah. So they are viewing this page more than once. So probably they are finding, I mean, one way of looking at it, that they are finding it really interesting. So they are reading it more about, reading the page, same page again. Okay. So that is one way of looking at it. Or maybe the page content is so complex that they have to read it more, at least more than once. Okay. So either way, so you really need to check the content's simplicity and the stickiness. Both you need to check with this metric. Now, people are spending 21 second, 24 second on this, 23 seconds on this, 40 seconds on this, 26 seconds. So that's an average. So, and this average is for 1 year period. We have taken an entire year over here. So it's not that everybody is spending only 21 seconds on it or 24 seconds on this page. So somebody would be spending, let's say, more than a minute. Okay, then another person will be spending 3 minutes on it. It's basically uh, the average. Okay, so the total time spent on the page and then divided by the number of views. That's how it is calculated. And this page has been entry point to your website 18.51% time. Yeah, so if there were 100 sessions, 18.51 sessions started with this page, and 23.55 sessions started with this page. So considering this entrance, this page is the best landing page or your most popular landing page. Wherever you need a explanation again, just tell me. Okay, so this is 23 with 23.55%. This is the best landing page on your website. Now you have the bounce rate, right? So when people start the session with this page, your bounce rate is 3.06%. When they are starting with this page, this is 3.03%. Now interestingly, when people are starting the session with the home page, it is the bounce rate is 63.85%. You really need to check what is so wrong with the home page, that all other pages are under 4%. As you can see, the view average is also less than 4% for bounce rate. Why it is 63.85%? And this is not a very small number. It is 12,000 page views. 6,000 it was, you can say, viewed uniquely. And this is another interesting thing is that it has been 3,431 times landing page to your website, or the entry point to your website. So in 3,431 times, the bounce rate is 63.84%. So you really need to check what is wrong with the homepage. Yeah. So I hope this all these metrics are clear. And then the percentage exit. Percentage exit is a metric that tells you that if 100 people were on this, if this page was viewed 100 times, okay, this page was viewed 100 times, 28.95%, okay. For simplicity, 29 times people exited the website from this page. It means it is the last page of the session for these visitors. 44.42, it means if 100 views, 44 times people exited the website from this page. Now, why exit is important, I'll tell you in a while. Okay. Before that, tell me, are we clear with these metrics? Are we clear with these metrics? Page views, unique page views, average time on page, entrances, bounce rate, percentage exit. Are we clear? Okay. Now, I quickly want one of you to turn on the mic. I want you to read something, because you can see the average time on page is 21 second, 24 second. And if you are wondering if it is too less, is it too less? Do you think it is too less? 21 second is too less? So I want you to read something. So let's just check. Let's just check. Who wants to read a slide? Ambika wants to read that? Or Devyani? I can see two mics. Any of you? Yeah, Ambika wants to read that. Okay. Oh, sure.
Yeah, sure. I could.
Yeah. Just say something.
Could you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. And
Okay.
can everyone hear Ambika? All right. So Ambika, you can read this for all of us.
Okay. Not everyone can read this. If you can read this, you have a strange mind too. I could believe that something I could something understand what I was reading. I could scarcely, no. The phenomenal power of the human mind, according to a research at Cambridge University, it doesn't matter in what order the letters in a word are. The only important thing is that the first and the last letter be in the right place. The rest can be a total mess and you can still read it without a problem. This is because the human mind does not read every letter by itself, but the word as a whole. Amazing, huh? Yeah, and I always thought spelling was important. If you can read this, share it.
Yeah, great. Great. Thank you. Devyani, you want to try that? You want to try that, Devyani? Do that.
Uh, okay. Uh, if you can read this, you have a strange mind too. I couldn't believe that I could understand what I was reading. I could actually understand what I was reading.
Right.
The, pheno- the phenomenal power of the human mind, according to a research at Cambridge University, it doesn't matter in what order the letters in a word are. The only important thing is that the first and last letter be in the right place.
Yeah.
The rest can be a total mess, and you can still read it without a problem. This is because the human mind does not read every letter by itself, but the word as a whole. Amazing, huh? Yeah, and I always thought spelling was important. If you can read this, share it.
Yeah. Great. So you just read the last two lines also at the bottom.
Sure. Can you read this? Only 55 people out of 100 can.
Oh, so both of you are one of those. I mean, 55 people out of 100, right? So great. You just proved, both of you proved it. Okay, great. Thank you, Ambika and Devani, for reading this for all of us. Thank you. Okay, so guys, did you see that the words, these words, the only important thing over here for these words, that only the first letter and the last letter are in right place, okay, in the right order. And it doesn't matter for rest of the words, okay, that what order they are in. Okay, so never tell this to the children at home, huh? because you know you know and as far as I am concerned, I always need a word processor or a spell checker, huh? So that's I am really bad at it. So I was very convinced when I read this that okay, I that's okay. I am not good at it, that's okay. So, okay. So, coming back to the point, see, when you are looking at a report like this, you saw how comfortably Ambika and Devyani both read this, which is not even written in proper order. Okay. So, spending 21 second or 24 second is not a problem. Okay. It is actually good enough time. If you look for, let's go to Flipkart. Okay. And let's check any a page over here, any page. Yeah, let's check Honor 9 Lite because it will have technical specifications. So let's check the technical a product with the technical specifications. Now you see your uh, search trainer, your SMM trainer, search marketing, and your uh, the trainer who discussed inbound marketing with you, all of them probably would have talked about the importance of the content and how it should be written, right? Because engagement magnet, the content is the engagement magnet, right? Now you see what they are doing. Do you remember that they suggest that you should have your product title or your article title or whatever it is, it should be in H1, and then it should be in bold, italics, and it should have certain density, your keyword, okay, and it should be in the URL, and it should be in the breadcrumb, and that's how it is, right? So why they suggest this is how it should be? Because what we do, we all scan. You see, H1 is the heading tag basically. So heading tag is the largest heading. Okay, and we can read this that this is about this particular model Honor 9 Lite, and the ratings you can see it's with the green background. Okay, and this is the Flipkart assured. Why they are doing this? The font size is really big when it comes to the price, okay, and extra 3,000 discount and all that, no cost EMI, and you can see the bullet points. You can see different color font size because we all scan, we don't read. Okay, you really don't read from top left to right bottom, you don't read that. Okay, you quickly scan that. Okay, another example I give you, and that's the reason they suggest you to use bulleted points or the H1 H2 and italics and bold and all that, so that this algorithm is very smart. The search engine algorithms are very smart. Okay, so they try to read the content of the page like a human. Okay, so this is why it is all suggested. So not only the relevance matters, the presentation also matters. Now let's check. Let's go to Google. Okay, now if I search over here anything like, for example, uh, uh, Echo 2017 reviews. Okay, uh, do you think you really take a lot of time before you jump to a particular link? How much time you take on a search engine result page? How much time you take? A few seconds. Some, I mean, if you are really quick, less than a minute, right? And sometimes you take a little about 1 minute because you are actually scanning over here. Now I have right now said this, that how much time you take. Now you'll be doing it cautiously. Okay, but when you are actually doing it, you are in that mode of researching or buying. You are there with the buying intent. You are scanning, you are not reading, you are not reading everything. Okay, that's why these rich snippet are appearing with star rating and the reviews and sometimes price. If you are showing your buying intent, for example, you want to buy uh, PlayStation 4, uh, not iCamera, let's just say PlayStation 4 by India online. Let's search that, right? And now you can see that, okay, which one you will take. Will you go to Amazon, will you go to a PlayStation's official website, or will you go to Flipkart? Where will you go? you will be definitely looking at all the extra information which is relevant to your query, and then you will be deciding. So you are actually spending very less time, you are scanning, and then you are clicking a link. So that's what my point was, that average time spent on a page 21 second, 24 second. It's not that panicking. First of all, it is average. Okay. And then we have seen it. This is how we read. So this is the importance of this report. Now you can check the landing pages report also. Landing pages report is no drastically different than this one. The only difference is that this is telling you that these are the pages, top landing pages. So 23.55% people started their session with this page, okay, which is 44,789. This is the top landing page of your website. This is the second best landing page of your website. So 18.5% sessions started with this page. Now, why it is important? Because again, we will be looking at the bounce rate. If bounce rate is for any landing page is extremely high, then you really have to fix it. Okay, you have to check what is wrong with this. You can also check that uh, people are spending 38 seconds only in this session when they're starting their session with this page, but people are spending 1 minute 43 seconds when they're starting with this page. So now you compare, you are getting an idea that why people are spending more time in a session when they start their session with this page, or why they are spending less time when they are starting with another page. Okay, you can see this. People are spending 3 minute 54 second also, okay, when they are starting with this page. So you really need to figure out what is that they are liking. Are they going to many more pages? So it seems so. It clearly, because 5.33 is the pages per session when they are starting their session with this page. Not only the bounce rate is extremely low, they are viewing more pages and they're spending more time. So it means this page has definitely got something. Okay, as compared to this one where people are spending less time viewing less pages in a session. So you must make a note of all these things and make your content really really engaging, like this one is. How many of you are into content writing, directly or indirectly? How many of you are taking care of content? Okay. Now next is this exit pages report. So this is the top exit page on your website. It means 43,317 times, okay, people exited the website from this page in 1 year. So that was the last page of their session. Let me show you why it is important. Sometimes when you try to move away from a page, have you experienced this kind of offer? I mean, not exactly this kind of offer, any kind of offer. When you try to move away from a website, a web page, does this page say, hey, just hang on, something like that? Yeah. So it forces you to stay on the page. You have seen that. So if you are close to conversion, and you are leaving the website, okay, the website should offer you something extra. For example, let's do one thing quickly. I'll go to this website. uh, let us assume that on this website the average order value is of 500 rupees. Okay, let's just assume. All right. And I am adding items to the cart worth rupees 2000. So I have a test account over here. I can do this testing. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll add, let's say, this product to the cart. And okay, so, and the cart value is 3,146. Now I'll proceed for payment. I'm here on the checkout confirmation page. What is my cart value? My cart value is, there is no shipping. You can see shipping is free now. Okay, shipping is free because uh, it's, if the order value is above 1,100 rupees, so shipping is free. So it's just the product price, the products added to my cart, 3,146. Now I said, let us imagine, let's assume that the average order value on this website is 500 rupees. Now this user is trying to move away from this page, very close to confirm the order. I'm closing this. Okay. Now, do you think it is a good idea if algorithm checks if the cart value of the person who's leaving the website is much higher than the average order value, then should offer extra 5% discount, but it should be an informed decision. How will you know that? By looking at the exit pages. If you are seeing your checkout success page over here, okay, sorry, checkout confirmation page, or any page which is closer to the conversion, then you must do something like that. Okay, but again, you have to get it implemented through your developer, and then also you have to make sure that your logic is absolutely right and backed by the data you have, right? Are we clear with the importance of the exit pages? Are we clear? Okay, great. Now let's see the performance thing. We have talked about many a times of this Vitara Brezza page. Okay, uh, let's see this once again. Let's see this page once again. So this page took some time, okay, before it loaded. You notice that a preloader kind of mechanism on the page. Now let's see what Google thinks about it. So this is Google's Page Speed Insight tool. Okay, I'll share the link with you, and okay, here it is. I'll post it here in the chat box for you. So this is the Google's Page Speed Insight. You can read more about it, but we can see this quickly here, that what Google thinks about the page, about the speed and the optimization. It gives you that score. You What you have to do, you only have to share this with your developer and tell them to get the best score they can. You can see on mobile, this is really slow, but the optimization is good. On desktop, its speed, this speed is also slow and the optimization is also bad. Okay. Now, what do we do with this optimization speed thing? Okay. So you take a screenshot of it, both mobile and desktop, okay, so that you have the record, okay, and save it somewhere on Google Drive, or send it to your developer by mail, so that you have a copy in the sent items. Now you can read more about it whenever you have time, what is FCP and DCL, etc. So your developer will have a look at all these optimization suggestions and will fix it. For example, JavaScript will be minified, CSS will be minified. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, that what is this minification process is, or how the images will be optimized and all that. So you can see it is saying that your images can be optimized further to save 782 kilobytes. Okay, KB, and this is 64 reduction. So if your images are lighter, your page will load faster. Yes, do we all understand that? If you have lighter images, your page will load faster. Now the same goes with the JavaScript and CSS, because there are many JavaScript files, there are many CSS files, and for each file there is one request. If you combine them using this minification process, we'll not get into the technicality. Okay, then the number of requests to the web server can be minimized, and therefore your page will load faster. So all you have to do is you just need to check. You must have this screenshot with you, full screenshot of this page, and then you compare it later on when your developer says that I have deployed all the optimization on the production server, means the live server. Okay, come back and compare, and then get all those issues fixed if there are still any. Now, do you really need to check all the pages one by one over here? Not really, because you have this inside the Google Analytics. You can check that site speed over here. Okay, under behavior, overview is going to explain you what is this all about. And I tell you one thing very clearly: you don't need to check it for such a long period. You check it for a recent period. The reason is why you will be checking it for a recent period, because uh, if you are checking it for a very long period, your developer would have applied a lot of optimization already by now. Huh? So historically, if you are checking it for a very long date range, it makes no sense. You check it for last week if you have a high traffic website. If you have very low traffic website, you have a thin website and low traffic website, check it for a latest 1 month period. Okay, so you will get this data, and it says, so I am checking this one. This is a very thin website. So let's do one thing. Instead of this, let's check it between January and April. Okay, let's check it for 4 month period. Okay, because this really doesn't have any traffic. Now it says your average page load time is less than 20 seconds, which is not a good idea. Your page should be loaded within 7 seconds. Okay, as per the research. Okay, if you simply Google about it, about the page load speed, they will tell you if your page load time is higher than 7%, 7 seconds, then this is the bounce rate you should be expecting. If it is loading, if it is taking more than 10 seconds, that this is bounce rate you should be expecting. So this is how. So you just Google about it and you will get everything. Now it says that this is all talking about that redirection time and the domain lookup time. You really don't care about it. You simply check this average load time. Okay, for all these things you can tell your hosting company if you are seeing very high time, very high time. Okay, if your server response time is very high, then you can talk to your hosting company or your IT guy, tell them that this is something you think that needs to be taken care of, and they will do it. Now, if you talk about browsers, so your pages are rendered really fast using Firefox. They are loading in 11 seconds. With Internet Explorer, it is taking 12 seconds. Chrome is somehow taking 21 seconds. Now, this is interesting. You, if you check the browser report, you will see the maximum people are using Chrome. We have all seen that already, right? And when we were discussing about the credibility of this data, we all agreed to this point that we most of us you are using Chrome as favorite browser. So Chrome is taking maximum time. Okay, so there is some problem. This is why your average page load time is also high. It's because of the Chrome also. Okay, so make sure that your pages are loading fast in Chrome also. Your developer can fix all these issues. Now about the country, this is called latency. Okay, I tell you, if your hosting, if your target audience is, let's say, in United States and Canada, in Northern America, let's say, North America, so then your data center should be somewhere in United States, let's say Houston, Texas. Okay, and then if your target audience is somewhere in India, then you should prefer HostGator, for example, Hyderabad data center, or maybe Amazon's Mumbai data center. Okay, HostGator has an office in Hyderabad, but I'm really not sure if they have a data center also over here. Okay, if they have a data center, you can talk to them if your primary audience is in India or Indian subcontinent. If your audience is in Asia Pacific, then you can choose Singapore. Okay, even for India, Singapore is very close, so that's not a problem. Latency time will not be very high if you are hosting on the data centers in Singapore. For example, Amazon data center in Singapore. So this is about the latency. So you should be close to your target audience, and this is the pages, the list of pages, and the time it is taking. This page is taking 10 seconds, this take 10 seconds, more than 11 seconds, 13 seconds, and all that. So check all these pages and get the issue fixed. Now this is the speed suggestions. Right, so this page, this is sorted in descending order on the number of page views you can see. And this page was viewed maximum in this 4 months period, and this page is taking 16 seconds, this one is taking 14 seconds, this one is taking 56 seconds. There is something horribly wrong. Data is not available for this one, data is not available for this one, not available for this one. So you can ignore that. This one is taking 41 seconds. So let's check this one, why it is taking 56 seconds. Okay, is there any problem with this? So it's the same tool that I shared with you, and then it's going to show you what are the issues with this page. So this is clearly not optimized. It's clearly not optimized. Okay, now this is how you check it. Yeah, so speed is not available, optimization is low for mobile and all that you can see. So this is not good. All these suggestions must be implemented, and then this will start performing really well. Now, I tell you, if you are using WordPress based website, okay, so you don't have to worry about anything. You can use a plugin that will fix all your problems. This is called WP. WP stands for WordPress, WP W3 Total Cache. That's the plugin you should install. That's the plugin you should install, and it will fix all your problems. Clear? Is that clear? How many of you have a WordPress based website? How many of you have a WordPress based website? Anybody? Okay. So you have that. Okay. So install this plugin, and you will see this significant improvement in your page load time. So all that minification of JavaScript and the minification of CSS and HTML, all those issues will be taken care by this page, this plugin. Are we good? Are we good with these speed suggestions, site speed? Everybody, is that clear? Are we clear with this? Any doubt? Tell me, please. Any doubt? Okay, great. Now let's see this site search. See, first of all, you see search term report under the site search. This is the internal site search. This tells you what people are searching on your website. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. I will go to Google's demo account. Okay, you all have the demo account, and we'll see the merchandise stores master view, and we choose a period from 1st January to 22nd May, and we are here under acquisition. No, not here. Let's go to behavior and site search, site search term. So what people are searching on your website? This is all about the internal search. So people are searching on the official merchandise store, gophers, speakers, beanie, and race, all that. So let's go to shop.googlemerchandisestore.com. Okay, now this is the search, and let's say if I search for cap, I'm searching for cap. Let's see what is this going to return. So it has come up with a search result page. This is called search result page. Now it is showing me some product matching my query. This is saying Android 25. Why it is appearing actually? Because it has this word cap. Okay, so even with a bottle product, it's appearing with. So there is this word called cap. So that's the reason. Now it is important for you to know what people are searching on your website for several reasons. Number one, if you have an e-commerce website and people are searching for something that you don't have in your catalog, do you think it is not a good idea to add that product to your catalog if there are significant there are good number of searches? Your own users are telling you to add this product to your catalog, isn't it? Isn't it? Many a times we check on Flipkart or Amazon for some product which is exclusive to either of them. Have you done that earlier? Have you done that any this kind of thing ever? Have you done that? That you are looking for something which is exclusive, because most of the time it doesn't occur to us, right? So I was looking for some phone. Somebody had asked me that how's that phone? Okay, so then I said that let me check quickly the technical specifications, and then I'll check the benchmarking sites, and I'll tell you. So I think I was checking it on Amazon, and I didn't get that on Amazon. I think it was Nokia 7, if I remember correctly, Nokia 7 Plus. Nokia 7 Plus, and I didn't get that. Yeah. So they have it. So maybe some other phone, maybe some other phone. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. So some other phone, maybe not Nokia 7. Anyways, so that was available on Flipkart and not over here. So my point is, it is important for you to know that what people are searching on your website through the internal search, and if this number is really good, you can consider adding that product to the cart for increased revenue. Number two, if you have that product in your catalog and it is people are still searching over there, so the problem is somewhere with your menu structure. They're not able to find the product. They're not able to find the product in the menu or somewhere else. That's the reason they are searching using the internal search on the website. So you should consider, if the search volume is very high for that product, okay, you can consider to add that product to the carousel like this one. Okay, we see carousels everywhere on e-commerce website. So this is on Amazon. Flipkart too has this carousel. Snapdeal also had a carousel. I think they still have a carousel. So this is called carousel, right? So you can consider adding a product which is being searched at a very high volume using the internal search. Then you can consider uh, increasing its visibility. Another advantage of knowing the search term is, if you have a blog website, okay, and people are searching for some topics, okay, and you don't have those articles, okay, so they want these articles from you. Okay, that's the reason probably they are looking for that on your website. But how do you implement it? The important thing is, how do you implement it? You implement it using the parameter. So I'll go to the admin section. This is very simple. Okay, it is implemented at the view level. So you go to your admin, select account, select property, select view, and then go to view settings. If you want search terms to appear for all the view reports, then you have to enable it in all the views. So let's say we are doing it only in master data. So turn on this option called site search tracking. So I have turned it on, and just give the query parameter. This is it. It's going to uh, uh, produce this report for you. Okay, you only have to know what your query parameter is, and knowing query parameter is very simple. For example, if I search on Amazon, let's say Nokia 7 Plus, that's what I'm searching. Okay, so this is returning the results on this search page. This is called the search result page. You copy the URL of that page, of your search result page, paste it in a text editor, and then check what your query was. My query was Nokia 7 Plus. Okay, this plus sign is only to avoid those spaces. So Nokia 7 Plus was my query. It has been assigned to something called field dash keyword. You can see this field dash keywords equals to Nokia 7 Plus. And then this is what you will be specifying over here. Okay, that's it. That's it. And you want one more example? You want one more example? So let's check it on whitehouse.gov. How to find the query parameter. How to find the query parameter. It's a different website. It's not an e-commerce website. Okay, so let's check over here by clicking this option, search whitehouse.gov. Okay, let's search something like NASA. Okay, let's search for NASA. Okay, so there are search results. Okay, there are search results, and this is the search result page. I'm copying this URL, pasting here in the text editor. What was my search query? My search query was NASA, and it has been assigned to letter S. S equals to NASA. So my query parameter in this case is going to be letter S. Everybody, is that clear? Are we clear how to find the query parameter? Are we clear? Any doubt? Quickly tell me if you have any doubt about it. Any doubt? Or are we done with this? We're clear. Okay. So We don't need more example, right? Okay. One more example. Oh no, so Google will extract the information from this URL. Then Google knows, if you tell that this is my parameter, for all the URLs being recorded with this parameter will be considered as a search result. Umang, technically speaking, this will extract the information from the query parameters, because at page hit the page URL is recorded, right? You remember that the page hit records the page URL also. So if Google Analytics servers find the query string you have specified, it will extract the information from it. Okay. Okay. One more example. How that report will be? We have seen that. You just go to behavior, go to site search, and go to search terms. That's it. Go to behavior, site search, and search terms. Fine. Okay. One more example. All right. Let's go to Vimeo. Okay. Let's go to Vimeo. What is Vimeo? Vimeo is the video content based website. Okay. You can host your videos also by subscribing to their paid plans. So let's say I'm looking for Guns N' Roses November Rain. Okay, that, so let's say that's the title. That's the title, or that's the track I'm looking for. So this one. Okay, so you can see that my query has been assigned to the query parameter called Q. Yeah, you can see that. So with these three examples, are we clear? Are we clear with these three examples now? This is how you find. So your site must have this search functionality, otherwise you won't be able to do anything. Okay, you won't be able to do this thing, not anything. You won't be able to do. You won't be able to implement internal site search tracking with Google Analytics. Clear? Okay. Now, is that really a question? Oh my- you tell me. How will you tell me if you have? Yeah, you tell me if you have your site the search feature or not. If you see a search box like this, you have a search feature. If you have a search box, you have a search feature. If you are really not sure, then you can talk to your developer. You can talk to your developer and ask uh, if the search feature is implemented on your website. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah. No, that's okay. Uh, oh, that's okay. So I was also wondering if this is really a question, huh? Okay, coming back to the event tracking, not a problem. See, we had a look at this page several times. Okay, even in the first class we talked about this. Now we all agreed that this kind of tracking is very important. They really want to know what is the color that people are applying to this vehicle, right? This is very important to know. But this is a kind of interaction which is not a page hit. Page hit has already taken place when this page was loaded. So you will never know what people are interacting with, what element your users are interacting with. For example, not only this applying the color from the color palette, how about the product brochure? Okay, because you know that product brochure is a PDF file. You can't add JavaScript tracking code. Okay, your Google Analytics tracking code is essentially the JavaScript code. So you cannot add that to the PDF file. So how will you track this kind of interaction? How would you know that what uh, platform people are exiting to and all that? So because again you can't add the tracking code to your Facebook fan page, you can't do that. Okay, how will you know that? So you will add some tracking code to these HTML elements. You can think of these HTML elements as button, and the uh, this code has four parameters. Let me explain you this code. So gtag.js event tracking. That's what you need to search. It's really simple, and I will also give you a simpler method. I'm explaining you the code part, okay? But you don't have to implement it with the code part. You will be doing this with the Google Tag Manager. So G tag. Uh, uh, okay. Now this will be added. This function will be added to the button or to the HTML element you want to track. Okay. So this is the syntax. Syntax. Okay. What is the syntax? The sentence rules to form the sentence. Okay. So this is the syntax, and first parameter of this function is action. So you want to track let's say brochure download. Okay, brochure download. What is the action people are taking over here? Can I call it download? Is download is the right action? And can I say brochure? The category is brochure. Yes, the category is brochure. And what is the label? So we are talking about the product, their product. They can call it a product. Vitara Brezza. Okay, I don't know what will be the value of this download, so I'm just removing this value. Now I want to know what color people are applying when they are clicking on it. Okay, so let's say you have assigned some color values to this. So for example, this one is granite gray. So when people are clicking on it, what should be the action? We can call it apply color. What is the maybe we can simply say apply. Okay, and the category is, let's say, color. So they all are user defined. You can define it, and then you can call it what product it is. It is Vitara Brezza. Now the question is, what is the color they applied actually? So we would like to know that. Okay, so we simply cannot say apply. So we can say apply granite, no sorry, apply, and the event label is Vitara Brezza, uh, granite. What was that? Granite gray. Okay, granite gray. And when somebody is exiting to Facebook, so the action is, you can call it let's say social. Okay, and the category is or maybe the category is social. Let's take it other way around. And event is uh, exit, and label is Vitara Brezza. Okay, social, and you can call it FB. For Twitter, you can change it to Twitter. For YouTube, you can change it to YouTube. Now, we don't know the value of these things, so we can simply close it. We can simply delete that. Now, this code will be added to these buttons. These buttons, okay? And how it will be added, I tell you. If I have to, okay, let's understand this with a different product first. Let's understand the concept first. So on the same website, I am going to another product. Okay, so let's go to which one? Uh, let's this one. Okay, this is Swift Desire. Okay, and you can see the similar interface. Now for this, can I use the same syntax? Of course I can. The only thing is I need to change my label accordingly. If I have to apply the browser download for Swift Desire, or just Desire, I think they call it just Desire. So I can say download, and then I can say category brochure, and then the label is Desire. I don't know the value of this download, so I'll remove this part. Now I'll apply this the same syntax for color also. Now what is the advantage of this? You can see all these events over here. If you go to behavior report and you go to events report, and then you will see your top events here. You can see that you can relate to these parameters: event category, event action, and event label. Let's have a look at it once again. What is the event label? Vitara Breza. What is the category? It's the brochure. What is the action people are taking? Download. So you can see event category, event action, event label as primary dimensions. So about the enhanced e-commerce, you can okay, and then we can go to event level to see that what is happening here. So you can see this over here, right? All your events, you can see all your actions over here. I'll give you a better example. I'll show you one more website, okay, where you can relate to it very easily. So this gentleman is a dear friend of mine. He's a fitness coach. I think I've shown it earlier, and he's a doctor by profession. So you can see I designed this landing page. I had some time, so he said that you just do it quickly for me. So I did that, and then he wanted to know, uh, and he's 66. Yeah, you can see his fitness touchwood. Okay, so it's a very recently taken photograph. So he just wanted to know what photographs people are clicking, okay, and what videos people are watching. So what we did, we implemented this tracking. Okay, I'll show you this tracking over here. Let's go to, and then you will be able to relate to it very easily, that how things are working. We are here in the events and top events. You can see, and we have chosen, yeah, this period. Okay, this category called photos know your trainer. So what we did, uh, all the photographs were given a category called know your trainer, because it is appearing under the section called know your trainer. Okay, all these photographs. So the category for all these photographs was know your trainer. And then I think I should open it in incognito. And then uh, I'll just add label next to it. Remember, secondary dimension is your friend. Now you can see which photo we are talking about. Photos know your trainer is the category. Reverse dive was seen 55 times. Uh, at Mercer was seen 47 times. On the arms was seen 43 times. Okay, so that's how you can see this. That's how you can see this. So on the arms, this is the one. This is the one we are talking about. So can you see this? It is so simple to check this. So this was seen 47 times on the 43 times on the arms, 40 times uniquely. Is this clear? Is this clear? And if you want to know the action, what is the action? Just go to event label, okay, and then add secondary dimension action to this event action. You can see this. Fitness at any age, that's a video. Kamash intro is a video. Reverse dive is a photo. So enlarge. So the action we gave was enlarge. On the arms, enlarge. Okay, so this is how it is. This is how it is. Is this clear? No, no, forget it. Tell me, are you getting the concept first? Are we clear? First of all, you tell me, guys, are you clear with the concept? Could you relate when I showed you the report? These parameters like action, category, and label. Is this clear to everyone? Chiranjeet, Devyani, Nisha, Shatakshi, Vandana, everybody. Is this clear? Are we clear with the action, category, and label? All parameters. I said value. I really don't know the value. If you know the value, you can add it. Okay. Okay. Great. Now, how to implement this? Now, coming to the implementation. See, you have to write this code, and this code will be added to the on click. This will be added to on click of that uh, of that button. So this JavaScript will be added to the on click. You remember we talked about the on click event. We talked about the the ringing the doorbell kind of example. Yeah. So this will be added to that. So we can think of this as an HTML element, and we are adding that code to this one. So if I show you here the source of this page, where is the source, and let me yeah, this one. This is where it has been added. On click, G tag, event, enlarge, event categories, uh, photos, know your trainer, event label on the arms. Is this clear? Can you see this implementation? It has been assigned to this anchor tag. Now, this is your developer's job, not yours. Okay. So I just explained you this conceptually, but you can do this without code also. Would you like to know that? Would you like to know that? Without writing, code, would you like to know that? Okay. So you can watch this tutorial. I'm just pasting the link in my text editor so that those who could not attend the session today, they can check this link. So this is the one you can see on my screen, and this is the video tutorial. This is not very complicated. You don't have to write any code. If you understand the concept, you can implement it. So tell me, did you get the concept of category name, action name, and label? Did you get that? If you understand it, you can implement it with the Google Tag Manager. Now, do you want one more example? Do you want one more example for event tracking? Do you want one more example for event tracking? So let's go to Vimeo once again. Okay. So I was here, and then I, let's say, visited this track November Rain by Guns N' Roses. Now tell me, is it important for these guys, Vimeo guys, to know how many times this track was played? And respond quickly, because we have to uh, still cover Radiant 6. Is this important? Okay. So this is important for these guys to know that how many times this video was played. Is it important for them to know how many times it was liked? Is it important for them to know how many times it was added to watch later, added to collection, and shared? So what will you do? What will you write over here? If I ask you the category, label, and the action, what will you write for these buttons? You know that you only have to specify these things. You only have to specify these things. What is the action for the play button? What is the action for the play button? Play, you got it right. You got it right. So when you are going to add this code to the play button, you will say action is play. What is the category? What's the category? What's the category? Video. Okay, that's right. Video can be category. But now I tell you, you see, you got it absolutely right, logically speaking. But the Vimeo is an exception. Why? Because Vimeo has content primarily in the video format only, right? And they have different kinds of content. They have music tracks, they have TV commercials, they have documentaries, they have commercial films. they have tutorials, and they have different kinds of the videos. So for this, can I write hard rock as category? Can I write hard rock? Is that a genre? Yeah. Then you can write pop, you can write classic jazz, you can write blue, you can write pop, whatever you want to write. Okay, whatever the genre is, and you can write documentary, and you can write film, and etc. Feature film, etc. Now, what will be the label? Label should be the track title. So then I will take it completely from here. Guns N' Roses, November Rain, HD. Why I am including HD also? You probably may have uh, its SD version also. Okay, you have uploaded HD and SD both. So that way you would like to know which one is being watched the most. And let's do this. For other buttons like this one, like, all you have to do this time, you can guess, I'm sure you would have guessed by now. You only change you will be doing over here in the action. For the like button, you can call it like. For the other button, like this one, add to watch later, you have to change it the action only. You will simply say add it to watch later. Is this clear now? Tell me. Is this clear now? Can you write for all the buttons now? Add to collection, share. Can you write it? So is this clear? Is this clear? Is event tracking clear to everyone? Is event tracking clear to everyone? Yeah. Now the implementation part, you can do it on your own using Google Tag Manager. I have given you the video. You may have to watch it for more than once. Okay, because probably you will be doing it very first time. But it's really simple. It's not going to be a difficult task for you, and then you will start seeing data in your Google Analytics. If you have a development team or you have a developer, your then you don't need to do anything with Google Tag Manager. Your developer can directly implement this. Okay, but I still recommend, highly recommend, using Google Tag Manager instead of tag, instead of code. Okay, so here it is. Here is the link for this documentation. You can give it to your developer, and let your developer read about it. And you can also explain the concept now, that this is going to be on the on click, and this is how it is. You will be the one who will be providing them the action category and label, and it can be user defined, you know that. And where to look for all this information? Here in behavior, events, and top events. And you know how to use the label, how to use the primary and the secondary dimension together. Yeah, so is that clear? So this is all in Google Analytics. Now let's begin with the Radian 6. Let me check the credentials quickly, and let's try to finish it on time. Let me check first of all if the credentials are working. Yeah, so working. All right. So it's working. Now, oh, this has changed. Okay, this has changed. There is something strange this time. Not this one, not this one. Shucks. Something has gone wrong with it. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Mm, Okay, all right. Some issue with the permissions at Radiant 6. Let me quickly check with Geetika. 1 second. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. Otherwise, I'll give you the recording of my previous session. That's not a problem. If there is some issue with this, because it will be, it is too late to connect the sales force guys. You will not get any support this time. This login doesn't have the administrative access. 1 second, just give me a second, please. Let me check with Gitika. Yeah, so seems some issue with the credentials today. So what I'll do, I'll share the last batch recording with you, and then you can connect with me for the queries you may have. Okay, so well, I think there is no reason to wait for Salesforce guys. They will be taking time before it can be fixed. I am not getting the admin access. I can't show it to you. I can't show it to you. So will sharing recording with be okay with you guys, or you want a session on this? Is recording okay with everyone? Is recording okay? So Umang says recording is okay of Radiant 6. What about others? Will the recording be okay with everyone? Or we can have a session, but I will. Okay, I'll explain that, Shatakshi. I'll explain about that. So I'll quickly brief this what exactly it is. Okay. See, you okay? How many Maggie lovers in this group? How many Maggie lovers in this group? Nobody loves Maggie. Maggie is not a girl. I'm talking about the noodles. Yeah, yeah. So you okay? So you remember that last year or maybe last year, a lab published a report that the lead percentage in Maggie noodles is higher than the recommendations, and uh, it's not good for health. You remember that? How many of you remember that? Yeah, and then Nestle had to uh, approach the court, and they got it clear anyways eventually. But my point is, when this had happened, okay, although it was ruled out that the testing method was flawed, okay, not fraud, flawed. It was flawed, and these guys checked the sachet of that spices separately instead of mixing it with the noodles and then testing it. So they did it absolutely wrong. So, but the problem is it had done its damage. Yeah. So their credibility was on stake. and then everybody became an expert on this. People started sharing all kind of advisories from there and on social, isn't it? People started forwarding it on WhatsApp also, that how Maggie is dangerous, because it has more lead percentage and you should not eat it, right? So how great it would be for these guys if they could have jumped into the discussion wherever it is taking place on the net, and then correct this opinion by telling them that you should wait for the court's decision, number one, because this is pending in court, and we have got our products tested in internationally renowned labs like some Geneva and Germany and here and there. So there are some testing labs internationally renowned. So they could have mentioned about it, that we have got them tested. But how it is possible unless they know about where it is being discussed? Number one. Another example, uh, Donald Trump, okay, uh, won the presidential election in 2016, November 2016. Yeah. So there was mixed sentiment. A lot of people were against Trump, and some people were for Trump. Yeah. So a lot of people had apprehension. Then when this person will be ruling United States, then he will take strange decisions that can lead to economic and otherwise disasters. Okay. So if what people are negatively talking about Trump or against Trump, if the team Trump knew about it, okay, would they not have handled it properly? Whatever ways, okay, they could have hold a press conference or through the digital medium or whatever, right? But only when, if they knew about it, that what is this, which is what is it, people are really worried about. Okay, why there is an anxiety? So this is called social listening. Yeah, the term is called social listening. Social listening is not only about the negativity. You can check the what is working in your favor. Okay, and then you can again, like we have already discussed it, then whatever is working in your favor, you can scale it up. Okay, so it can check all the tweets, it can check all those Facebook posts, it can check mainstream news websites, it can check blogs, forums, uh, uh, and uh, YouTube, and a lot of other kinds of web-based systems. It can fetch information related to your profile from those systems, like I said, that social platforms like Twitter, Facebook, etc., and mainstream website. Yeah. So the term is called social listening, and then you will check what is being discussed against or for a celebrity or a company or a product or a brand or whatever. Okay, and then you will be taking action accordingly. Now another interesting thing in this, that you can do a brand comparison also. Okay, unfortunately this account didn't work today. Okay, but recording is as good as I will be explaining, because that was my batch also, batch only. So I will be sharing for sure this tomorrow morning. I'll just write this email to Geetika, and she will definitely do that. So I'll just write it over here. Okay, so this is all about social listening. Okay, so when you will be looking at the when you will be watching the video, you will have a better connect what I am saying right now. Okay, because when you are checking it, and another thing is, this is a paid tool. Okay, this is a paid tool. So I really want to share the free tools also with you. You want free tools, free social listening tools, you can experiment with. Okay, so this is the list of all those tools. Addictomatic. See, Brandwatch is another paid tool. You can do that, Chiranjeev. Yeah, you can do that. Yes. Radiant 6 has its own advantages. When you will watch that video, you will see that. It's a great tool. Radiant 6 is a great tool. And then we have this one. So, no, still, you can still do that. It is, you can still do that. You can still do that. Yeah, I know what you are saying is very, very valid, but you can still do that. All right. So this is about 1 second, and I'm sharing the feedback link with you, and then you can please let me know your queries. I know that some of you have to leave on time, so before leaving, could you please submit the final feedback? So that's the link today. Please submit your feedback and let me know when you are done with the feedback. I'll take your queries after this. Sure, you you share the you submit the feedback. I'll post all the links here in the chat box. Don't worry. It's a deal, right? We talked about it. It's a deal. Okay, so let me know when you are done with the feedback, guys, and I'll share all those links that you want. Okay, Umar, sure. Thank you. Thank you, Chiranjeet. I'm waiting for others. So let Shatakshi, Panchami, Nisha, Archana, Vandana share the feedback. Well, thank you, Panchami. So I'll share this. Uh, so okay, that's okay, Umang. You can connect anytime. That's not a problem. Anytime. So I have just submitted the few links. I am sending you more links. I'm sharing more links. This one is good, but this is a short one. This is good one that I just shared with you. And these are the speed test tools you can use. I showed you one of them, Google Page Speed Insight. You can check Ping Dom also, and GT Matrix is another tool. Yeah, GT Matrix. Just Google about GT Matrix and you will get it. I'll just Yeah, we are almost. Let me check if any other interesting links I would love to share with you. Just give me a second. I'm just looking for if any tools I would like to share with you. Yeah, I think this is it. This is it. So, and then make sure you attend the next GIQ session. Okay, make sure you attend the next GIQ session. We will talk about analytics in more detail. Yeah, so that would be really, really, the advanced part of Google Analytics. So this is it. Yeah, Umang, bye bye. Not a problem, Shadakshi. Thank you. Thank you for submitting the feedback. Okay. Thanks, Chiranjeev. So, okay. Any questions before I sign out for the day? So this is it. Okay. All right. So thank you. And if you have yet not submitted the feedback, please do that again. Please do that. Complete that.
and I am signing out for the day. You know how to reach me. When you have queries, please feel free to connect. Yeah, thank you and bye bye.